Hi guys, quick video today on the subject of, does the narcissist always come back? Does the narcissist always hoover? I've had numerous meetings with clients, and it's a question that comes up over and over again, and it's one that I know I had when I was discarded originally. It's part and parcel of the narcissistic dynamic if someone is a narcissist. They go through the same cycle all the time. It doesn't differ. I know you may think that, people have said to me, oh, Paula, there's no way he'll come back or she'll come back. The way it was left was, pure, utter, vile hatred on their part. And they really put me down. They told me they hated me, that I was the worst person on this earth and that I'd caused all the problems and that they were glad to be free of me. I mean, let that sit there for a few minutes and think about a normal, loving person actually doing that to someone that they really loved, where there was no real cause. They just decided they wanted to go. That is weird in itself. That's really, really bad. Anyway, as we've said before, the narcissist is a master of reframing the truth and reframing any reality. They will make reality a different reality to suit their needs and agenda. That's just the way they operate. So it's not going to stop in relation to you were once a really, really bad person. In that moment, you were, there was no hope. You were a no-hoper. Let's face it, you may as well just have gone and sit in the dustbin because that's all you were good for in the narcissist's mind. Because you either stopped serving them or there was a combination of that and they saw a delicious new source of supply somewhere else that they thought would be fantastic and that could go belly up in a month or two, but that's neither here nor there. In that moment, the narcissist is sure they're making the right decision by leaving you, who loves them dearly and has stood in your head and turned cartwheels for them. That is of no importance whatsoever. They know best. You don't know. You're bold. You're bad. You were the cause of all the problems. Off you go now. Don't want to see you anymore. You are irrelevant. I pretend I didn't even know you. This is the person for me. This is who I deserve. I'm the greatest. I am. And that's what they go by. I am. And therefore you should do. Anyway, enough of the dramatics, but they're off on their travels again. So in that moment, you're dead right. You're dead right. I mean, I could see why a person would say, if they were dealing with somebody who's normal, there's no way that person would ever be back. But yes, in time, when things go belly up, as they always do at some stage or another for the narcissist, because that is part and parcel of the personality disorder. That's why it's called a disorder, because they are not normal. They are a mental health patient, and they are walking among us in our society, desperately in need of help, but desperately not wanting help, and saying that they're okay. So they will be back. It's just a question of a few things. It's mainly a question from their point of view. It's mainly a question of time and how long they are foostering around with the new supply and it's not working out, and they're looking around to see what else is there, and they're not getting their needs met, and they're the periphery of people around them, their family, their children, their exes. They're kind of just getting a maintaining kind of supply from from all of the different sources, but they have to go from one to the other, to the other, to the other, create dramas, do whatever they have to do that a narcissist does to get supply. and it's all a bit of hard work, and they don't really have the energy. They prefer not to work for their supply. They prefer to sit back, be full up from your supply, and play games with people because it's amusing, and they don't like to be bored, and they don't like to expend energy, and they don't like to work hard. So who do they think of when this situation occurs? You. They're A grade, top quality, always giving, resourceful rich supply person who loved them to bits, who they demolished. But that's neither here nor there. Time has passed. You're now looking good to the narcissist again, and they're trying to figure out how to get back with you. I mean, you weren't that bad, really. You know, in fairness, what you did try and do, you were just a little bit misguided. And if they could maybe sort you out and have a chat with you, things could be good again, you know. They'd be prepared to give you another chance to make them happy again. Sorry, I know I'm being a bit dramatic here, but it's really gotten to me what people are going through. It's really gotten to me, and it's gotten me annoyed. So I'm really laying it on thick here with a butter knife and a big dollop of butter. But this is the way the narcissist thinks and operates, in my opinion. So you're not looking too bad again. So they maybe unblock you on a few things, and they check you up on, yeah, you know, you've lost a bit of weight. You're smiling. You actually look happy. How could that be? How could that be without the narcissist? So you've rejuvenated yourself, and you're looking good, and the narcissist situation is looking bad, and they're thinking, let's give it a go. So they have to put their plan in place as to how they can go back, check you out, give you a testing Hoover to see, have you learned your lesson? Are you ready to maybe be pliable enough for them to come back to you? Do you realize what you lost when they left you? Are you still lonely? Are you missing them? Have you recovered enough so that you've reestablished your financial position? You're emotionally in a good place again. You're strong enough so that they could put you back up on the pedestal to knock you off it again, and to enjoy that, and just to harbor with you for a while. Maybe they don't really want to stay, but you know, they do need, you are looking good at the moment, and it would be definitely within their capability to get you back, they're thinking, and it would be beneficial, whatever comes of it. So they unblock you in a few forms, and you don't respond. So they send a flying monkey in who you may have stayed in touch with. If they have still stayed in touch with any of your friends or family, they'll put that seed out there that they have a slight regret that you're not together still, or, you know, you were great together, and it's a pity that you broke up, but that's life. So they'll put a subtle feeler out and wait and see what happens. And if they get any information back, they will then make their next move. So they've unblocked you, and they've sent a flying monkey in, and you're not with anyone. You're looking happy. It might be worth a chance. So they actually make contact with you. They send you a message like, how's it going? Now this can be a year or 2 or 3 years down the line, but like, that's all you're going to get. Like, how's it going? What are you up to? Like as if that bad discard where you were thrown aside, and all the pain that was caused, and all the drama, and all the financial loss, and all those things are just, they didn't happen. They're brushed under the carpet. How's it going? How's it going? How is it going? It's mad. Anyway, unfortunately, some of us are glad to hear from them and engage with them. And I have gone over this in videos before, guys, so I hope I'm not repeating myself, but I just wanted to put it out there that they always come back. If you've been a fantastic source of supply and they've spent a long time grooming you and training you to give them what they want, and they know that you're an empath, an empathic, beautiful human being with loads of empathy who wants to help them, who's willing to serve them, although at this stage we hope that we've done some work on ourselves and given back to ourselves, and we're not so readily available to get down on our hands and knees before a narcissist and worship at their table and love them beyond the moon, sun, and the stars. We're looking more for a reciprocal relationship with someone who values, deserves, and loves us. In other words, a fully functioning, loving, empathic human being who is our equal and who's not prepared to infiltrate us and asset strip us and leave us destitute and destroyed without water in a desert. So, you're too juicy for the narcissist to pass up. They'll put that feeler out and they'll make contact. And if you contact them back, they will really do an analysis on how pliable you are. Have you got over them yet? Can you be manipulated still to provide the supply that you did at one stage, or even better now, because you'd be more fearful of losing them second time round, and you'd be so grateful to have them back that you would be a good boy or girl and you would roll out that supply on the red carpet and worship at their altar again. So this is what they're checking out if you respond to a Hoover. They have such sensitive antennae as to where you are at. They read the visuals, they can feel it, they nearly have maybe a narc sonar, like you'd have in a submarine, to know exactly where you're at in your healing, or where your boundaries are, or is there a way in still, or is the door wide open still. They just know. They're very, very good at reading you. Remember, they know you very well. They have a master's degree on you. So they'll notice any changes, any boundaries, any resistance from you. They will make a decision, analyze as to what the state of play is. And then they will push your buttons to test you further. They may do a little bit of love bomb and a bit of push-pull to see how much you actually want them still. A little bit of triangulation if necessary. A little bit of jealousy always works, especially if you're maybe about to re-engage with this amazing narcissist and you don't want to lose them, and they do the push-pull on you again and the love bomb, and a little bit of jealousy comes in so that, you're encouraged to fight for them again, guys. Then you will get, if they establish that they have you under control, you will get the negotiations. You'll get the terms, your contractual terms for a second term with the narcissist, as to what they want from you, how they want you to behave. If you've established a boundary, perhaps before they discarded you before, that boundary is going to be a no, 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 no. That boundary is going to have to disappear, and it's going to have to agree that it to disappear. And you're going to have to agree that that boundary that you set that led up to the discard, that was wrong, that you were being very controlling, and you shouldn't have done that to the narcissist. So you're going to end up saying sorry to the narcissist for setting that boundary that was one of the reasons that they left. And whatever they were after the first time that they didn't get, you're going to have to agree to give it to them the second time around. And you may have to sign a document to say so. That may be something financial, something to do with your house. You may have to agree to marry them. You may have to agree to have a child with them. You'll have to agree to something that you didn't agree to, or they didn't get out of you in the first innings. So without further ado, guys, that's kind of the way it goes with the narcissist. I will do a second video on why the narcissist maybe wouldn't attempt to hoover. But if the relationship has been, as we described, you had a go with the narcissist, you had a relationship with them, and they discarded you, or you discarded them. There's different types of hoovers you get, as we've gone into that before. There's a few videos on hoovering I've done before that'll describe the types of hoovers you get from when you discard them or they discard you. They're a different flavour of hoover, should I say. But if you've had a normal, like say 1.5, 2 year relationship, which is the norm with the narcissist, or a 5 or a 6 year or whatever, and they've left you for a new supply, they've discarded you, and time has passed and nothing drastic has happened, they will be back to hoover you again. And that, I can say unequivocally, tongue twister, you will get the tester hoover and you'll get the hoover. So guys, let me know your experiences down in the comments. It's really helpful for other people. If you're mourning and pining for the narcissist and you've just been left, don't look for the hoover for validation. Don't feel that the narcissist is the one with the power and you're the one that's left powerless and they took all the power and they made the decision. Because they didn't. They don't have any power. The only power they have is the power you give them. You are their power. You're their power source. You're their supply source. And they invested in you, so they'll be back to you. What I would like you to do in the meantime, even if you still harbour feelings or hope for the narcissist and you're not fully recovered and you're in the early stages of your healing journey or whatever stages, and you still have a love and want the narcissist to come back, use that time. Even if you think, I have a year before they come back, but they will come back. Use that time to work on yourself. And even if you think you want to engage with the narcissist again, you make sure that the year you use, you put the work into yourself so that you're feeling and looking and being as happy as you possibly can and feeling fulfilled within yourself. So that I'm hoping if you do that work, even with the idea the narcissist is coming back, even with the idea that you still want them to hoover you or whatever. So I'm hoping that you will be in a position when they do hoover to say, no, I'm not going through that abuse again with you, because I know second time round would be way worse, because I would be admitting that the narcissist was right and that I am not worth diddly squat. And I'm prepared to have someone dump me and leave me, and prepared to say that they can come back. So I'm hoping with the work you do in yourself, while the narcissist is off hunting and voyeuring around for their new supply, you use that time to strengthen yourself, to love yourself, to care for yourself the way maybe you weren't cared for as a child, but you need to put that love into yourself so you'll be strong enough to resist anyone that comes along that wants to asset strip you. bit passionate, guys, a bit dramatic, but I want to get that message across to you that you will be hoovered. It's inevitable. But we need to build ourselves up so that that hoover does not succeed. The next video, guys, I will do about why the narcissist might not hoover, but in a normal situation, as I said before, you will be hoovered. You take great care of yourselves and enjoy. I don't know what your weather's like, but we've had rain and rain and rain for weeks here, and we've just started to get some beautiful weather, which means I'll try and do a walkie-talkie outside. Guys, if you can like the video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. It helps all of our channels get out there on that platform, and it's so important in our fight against narcissism. Thanks, guys. Love you lots. Bye.